Hey guys, it's Ryan here from Off Grid Outfitters. We're the Sydney or New South Wales dealer for lifestyle campers, and we just thought we would show you through the ICONN E4 while we've got it here. We've just finished up the Rose Hill Super Show where we launched the trailer. Had an awesome amount of feedback, heaps of people coming through to see it. Pretty exciting trailer. So brand new model, heaps to show you. A real shift from what we'd previously, or what we still are doing on the E2. But some really exciting developments with this trailer here. So what we'll do is we'll go around, I'll show you the outside of the trailer, show you some of the differences and the features and all this sort of stuff, and then we'll go inside and I'll show you inside. Now this one's the bunk layout. We've got this one layout, there are some other layouts. We do a triple bunk as well as a couples or a dinette layout. So we'll show you through this bunk layout and that'll give you an idea. Alrighty, so on the front here, got our triple drawbar, same as we have on the E2. We've fitted the hitch with the DO35 Cruisemaster hitch, running a 7-pin trailer connection and the Anderson plug for charge, which we'll go through in a sec as to how that all works. Arc jockey wheel, so really good quality flip-up jockey wheel, trail safe breakaway controller, handbrake, usual sort of stuff. On the front here we've also got a nice nifty little gas bottle storage and then some additional storage. We've just got firewood in there at the moment. So I will say with this, probably going to be a few little subtle changes to what you see here. This is the very first model, so if there's a few little alterations from what you see in terms of the layout of some of this stuff, that's all normal. So we're going to make a few little adjustments. So that's the front. There's not much else to show here. Let's whip around the side and I'll show you there. Alrighty, so first thing you're going to notice, nice big awning on the outside here. It's attached to the body of the trailer as opposed to the E2, which is on the roof, which just makes it a lot easier. So lunch stops, things like that, you can throw that awning out and you're going to get the benefit of that coverage as well. So in here, we've got this enormous storage boot in the front. That's our switch for our dust suppression. And as you can see, tons and tons of space in there. Be able to fit a Weber slide or a slide out barbecue, whatever you like. So really good use of storage there. Kitchen, this is the fun part. One of the big benefits with the E4, aside from the storage and what we've got, I'll go through the rest of it in a sec, is this nice big slide out kitchen bench. So we've got, as you can see here, an actual countertop, kitchen countertop. Beautiful big square sink, 3-burner cooker, gas cooker. That's all connected underneath here, so your water and gas connections are all underneath. Nice big storage bin underneath, so a ton of storage under there, like an additional pantry. Beside the slide out kitchen here, we've got another nice big pantry space here. By the way that the doors are sort of configured, we've just created a windbreak here as well. So you've got the lid on the Dometic stove as well as the door, because that creates a nice little wind-free zone. Cutlery drawer as well underneath the cooktop. So moving through, nice big hatch underneath here. I don't know if you can see through there, but we've got a huge big tunnel boot that runs the full length of the trailer as well. So that's the second tunnel boot that we have in the trailer. Perfect for poles and awnings and gazebos or whatever else you might want to put in there. Fire extinguisher, and then just one big massive storage area. So crates, tubs, pantry space, whatever you might want to put in there as well. So we've got our drop down table slash pantry slash power hub, if you like. This would just be a general storage area. I'm going to put all your condiments and bits and pieces in here. I mean, everyone's going to set them up differently, but for us, we use this as a secondary table to your bench over there. So someone could be prepping food over there. You might have someone else setting something up or prepping over here. So it just widens the whole space, again, all under the awning. Neat thing with this space, as you can see, we've got this big bay window straight into the inside bench on the bunk layout. So being able to pass stuff through the window is one of the things that we've used in the past, and it's a massive benefit, I suppose, or something that we really utilise a lot. Enerdrive inverter, we've got a Victron battery monitor here, so we can see we're in full sun, we're pulling in 20 amps pretty easily, so that's a really effective unit. You've got your water gauges, 240 volt outlets, and then of course 12 volt outlets as well. So the other thing is LED lights throughout, both internally and externally and within the hatches, full LEDs everywhere. So yeah, not going to use a lot of power. Before we go around the back, as you can see, we've got a nice big full height screen door, security mesh, keep all the flies and bugs out, and then you've got your normal door to close and lock as well. Keep coming. Single spare wheel is standard. We've optioned a second spare wheel just for the sake of the show and just for the aesthetics of it. But yeah, a few options here on the second spare wheel space with firewood baskets, spare wheels, all sorts of stuff. So depending on what you need, we can configure that to suit. Not much else to see here. LED trailer lights and tail lights, bike rack or a rear hitch, I should say, at the back here. 2 recovery points. You've got your drop down legs, and then of course underneath we're running independent suspension, dual shocks, 3 80-litre water tanks and 1 80-litre grey water tank. So a ton of water under there as well. Typical lifestyle design, really durable. Everything's tucked up out of the way and guarded. So yeah, righto. So driver's side now. Standard, we have our dust suppression system. So this is a fan forced dust suppression system. We have a panel filter in there. Turn the switch on, it'll draw air in and pressurise the cabin just in case anything was to, let's say you left the window ajar or something like that. It would give that secondary pressure, I guess, protection against dust. A few little key points of that. Obviously, probably not a bad thing to have a spare or 2 filter when you're off-road. And then it requires maintenance as well. Pretty simple, 2 screws, pull it out, blow out the filter, usual sort of stuff if you're traveling off-road. Got your cartridge for your toilet in here. Everyone's seen one of those. Pretty straightforward, but full flushing toilet inside. I'll show you in a second. Water filler points, 240 inlet and circuit breaker. So that's all in there. This is the other side of that tunnel boot we saw. So nice big space here as well. A few little things that might change in here between this one and the production models, but you get the idea. And then massive big storage area on this side where we can option a wall-mounted washing machine as well as additional storage. And last but not least, the other side of that massive big front tunnel boot. So that's just about, that's just about the outside. Let's whip around and we'll go inside and have a squeeze in there. Alrighty, so as you can see, grab handle on the entry, fold out step standard, so come through. Alrighty, so first thing you notice when you come inside the door here, got our nice big Thetford upright fridge freezer. Ton of space, so dual zone, freezer drawer at the bottom. We've got those same fridges in our Recons, work brilliantly, really good fridge. A big cupboard alongside it here. This will be hanging space, so there'll be a rail up the top and another little drawer under the fridge. So quite a bit of storage already on that side. Put whatever you like up here, but obviously the roof comes down to this level. And then beside it, got our ensuite. So this one's a bunk layout, don't forget. So we've got our combined ensuite in here. Got some dry storage in the corner, flushing toilet, Thetford flushing toilet, and then obviously hot and cold water for your shower. One thing you'll notice in this will be the recessed floor for the toilet. That'll disappear. On the full production model, that'll be all one level, all one height floor. But otherwise, everything you see in there is pretty well going to be the same. Alrighty, so being our bunk layout, we've got our top and bottom bunk. The dinette drops down, I'll show you that in a second, into a lower bunk. Our top bunk has our ladder off to the side, bunk on top, and then of course on gas struts it lifts up out of the way for during the day. And then the lower bunk, we've just got our drop down table, and it converts basically by moving a few cushions around and you get a lower bunk. Also storage hatches underneath, so we've got our electric hot water system underneath here. That'll run on 12 volt or 240. Obviously big lithium battery and big solar, so no problems running that. A little more storage under the table here. And then a little more storage under this seat. So that's completely free, so blankets and whatever in there. Turn around to the bedroom side. Like I was saying, so we've got our nice big internal, I don't know what you'd call it, bench space or what have you. Full running water at the sink here. And then as I was saying before, got that ability there to pass straight through to the outside kitchen, which is neat, you know, you can sit inside. Someone can be cooking the barbecue. Works out pretty well with the door shut. Whole bunch of drawers underneath here. Cupboard underneath the sink. And then all your normal sort of drawers. These drawers will be a little bit deeper than these ones here. Nice big pot and pan drawer underneath the microwave. So we've got all those drawers in this cabinet here, the storage as you walk in the door, plus we've got all of the drawers under the bed here and the 2 cabinets either side, as well as storage underneath the bed. I'm going to make this bed look small because I'm a giant, but full queen size bed, reading lights either side. We've got USB charging ports behind me as well as a little, I guess, side stand or whatever you want to call it, with some storage underneath, so you'll be able to charge your phone. A bit of storage beside the bed for a book or whatever. But yeah, good size space, plenty of room to sit up. I'm 6'7", sitting up fine. So while we're here, I suppose if we look up, we've got our rooftop air conditioner as well. So another important thing to mention as well, as you can see at the back here, we've got these manual roof lifters. We were going to try those. We're not happy with it, so we've had really good success with all of our models with the electric roof lift. So standard in the E4 will be the electric roof lift, like we've seen on all the other models. Okie doke, so under the bed we've got another big storage void under here. A few little changes that we're going to make to the electrical system, but more or less what you see is what you get. We're just going to change the positioning and how it's all laid out. Nice big storage area in the middle there. Massive big void for the electrics. 200 amp hour lithium battery standard. Enerdrive inverter. Victron Energy, MPPT and other electronics. So all good, really good quality gear. We haven't cut any corners, and the guys have done a really good job of putting all that together to have a really nice spec on these things just from the factory standard. All right, well that's just about everything. I think we've covered all the key points. As I said at the start, there's probably going to be a few little changes, a few little bits and pieces that might be slightly different to a display model or a production model that you'll see in the showroom. But they're all small, you get the idea. Layout's awesome, internal options for the ensuite are awesome. Storage is unbelievable on this thing. You know, the bed's down lower, you've got that clearance to sit up in bed, you've got a ton of space under the bed for storage. All the electronics, all the gear on it, they're just out of the box, ready to go. There's not a ton of options you can add to it. Really impressed with this camper, and can't wait to show it off a bit more and get them out there and get them on the trails. So, if you like any more info, as I said, we're the New South Wales and ACT representative for lifestyle, so by all means get in touch with us. There's dealers just about in every other state. So if you jump on the Lifestyles website, you'll be able to download a brochure, find a local dealer, come out and check them out in the flesh, and if you like them, get your own and get out there and hopefully find a nice spot like we've got today with some good weather and get out there and enjoy some camping. Alright guys, thanks for watching, appreciate it, and any questions, get in touch.